Hi there, I'm Chris Rogers from Rockin' Waves 11294, reminding you to listen to my show every Friday from 1 to 5 p.m. on www.blogtv.com/people/Chrismaster1. Again, that's blogtv.com/people/Chrismaster1 every Friday from 1 to 5. Rockin' Waves 11294. And you're listening to WGS Radio on Blog Talk Radio.
This is the Master, Chris Masters, and you are listening to WGS Radio on Blog Talk. Check it out.
Something I would like to talk with everybody about. You know, it's something I've been having on my mind. How about the evolution of Zack Ryder? I mean,
yeah. Screw the evolution of a Predator Randy Orton. Let's go. Hang on. Where is it?
Woo, woo, woo. You know it.
Because it's just, you know, it's just an amazing phenomenon on how over Zack Ryder has become in such, you know, people would consider a short amount of time. I mean, first off, he started off as, you know, the Edgehead. No, they started out as the March Brothers with Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder, the tag team, and then they became the Edgeheads on SmackDown, and then they broke up.
And Edgeheads worked. Edgeheads, I think, worked really well.
They were up very well, but they didn't get as far as they could have gone. And then
they got the tag titles.
Yeah, for how long though?
I think it was about 4 or 5 months.
I could have sworn it was shorter than that.
Let me check up.
Okay. Well, but anyway, they broke off the tag team and they went into singles career, and a lot of people most noticeably remember Zack Ryder for starting off his gimmick in ECW. You know, with the weird, you know, one leg has the long tights, the other one a singlet. And starting off the woo-woo-woo character over there. And a lot of people, you know, I being one, didn't really give him a lot of credit because I thought it was like a lame-ass gimmick. And then
it was too much like the Jersey Shore. And then when TNA tried to copy it, all of a sudden you realized WWE's was better.
Exactly. Now, around 2000, I think it was around, I'm trying to remember, maybe 2008 maybe, is when they had him lined up with Christian for the ECW title. Now, as bad.
I think it was 09, actually.
09?
Yeah, actually, late 09, early 2010, because, yeah, it was 09.
Because it was around that time, you know, they put him together with Christian, and they were going to feud over the ECW title. Now, as bad as ECW was back in the day, and we're all in agreement, you know, the way WWE was running ECW, they were WWE strictly bought that name to run that name into the ground and to run it through the mud, because everybody was expecting a good brand from the ECW guys, and Vince McMahon just said, fuck it, we're going to buy the name just so we can screw it right to the ground and flush it down the toilet, which is exactly what he did. And, you know, I'm entitled to my opinion.
May I cut you off for one second? May I interject?
Yes.
I disagree partially with you, and I'm going to tell you why. Only because I think Vince knew at that point that, you know, ECW was becoming a bit of a threat, and I think that if he left it out there for someone else to purchase, he says, oh no, I'm not going to have another, you know, Monday Night Wars, because Monday Night, WCW, was, he bought WCW for the same reason. He bought every other company he could at that point in time, and he thought, hey, I'm secure. So yeah. I disagree with you 100%. True, he eventually got rid of it and it dissipated, and it's no longer nothing like it was before now, but I don't think that's the reason why he initially bought it. He saw that as a fountain.
Well, basically, no matter what the reason was, at that time, the way it was going, I kind of disagreed with the fact that they were actually putting Zack Ryder up for a major title. Even, like I said, it was considered the third brand of the WWE. At the time, it was still considered the major title because you were going to become the champion of that brand. And at the at that time, I just didn't think Zack Ryder was ready for a major championship like that. People can disagree with me at the right saying, well, the ECW title wasn't a major title. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. I mean, they wouldn't have bought the brand and said the ECW title was a major title. It wasn't. It was. But at that time, I really didn't think he was ready for that kind of a championship. So it was a while since we had seen Ryder. Every now and again we would see him. And then comes the phenomenon of Long Island IZ, Zack Ryder's YouTube show, and he just becomes an instant phenomenon. Instant phenomenon. Now, he starts building up a huge fan base. Shut up, Chris. He builds up this huge fan base and gets to the point where wrestling fans of the show are wondering, when is we're going to see Zack Ryder get the push he so richly deserves. And let's face it, Zack Ryder in the ring and Mike, because he has developed a certain charisma that's starting to make him stand out above other superstars that are on the rise. Zack Ryder, he has the mic skills that he deserves to be on television more. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Ryder fan. I have become a Ryder fan. People can laugh at me all they want. I am a Ryder mark.
Same here.
I am a Ryder mark, and it's only because he worked through everything and started developing his own character, developing his fan base in the WWE through his YouTube channel, and he's earned all those fans, and he has earned his chance. Now, him declaring himself the Internet Champion, I will bow down to that. Yes, you are the Internet Champion. But he needs to start having a major title. He needs to start having a major title push. And
like the U.S. title?
Yes. Exactly, that's the direction I was going, Chris.
A few points on this.
Go ahead.
If you look at Ryder on YouTube, this is exactly, I think, what Matt Hardy was trying to do, possibly.
Really?
Back when he was doing his videos. But obviously, things didn't work out right. And there was that report that apparently they didn't want WWE to be anywhere involved in social networks. No YouTube, no Facebook, no Twitter. And then pretty much after it worked so well with Matt Hardy getting all the notoriety and everything they got, I think it actually put them on notice. And the first real success of this, and I think that what really stemmed it for WWE to probably realise that socialising the wrestling stuff would be popular, was Long Island IZ and the Z True Long Island story, in all honesty. Because it started out in February, I think. So we're talking about 9 months, and arguably that's the most entertaining thing that I've seen from WWE, probably since I've seen archive episodes of Tuesday Night Titans.
Now, there's
or the Bobby Heenan show. But also, with regards to the US title situation, wouldn't it be fitting if Zack Ryder was to win in the biggest or the most important arena to WWE? The Madison Square Garden.
Yes.
That's what I think is going down.
Now, there's no denying the fan base he's earned. I mean, everybody's got to start out somewhere. I mean, we all started out somewhere, and we're starting to develop a pretty good fan base, in my opinion, and not only on here, but also on YouTube. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. But, there's no denying that if it wasn't for his YouTube show, Long Island IZ, Ryder would not be getting the push he's getting right now. If it wasn't for that fan base, Ryder would probably be working the independents. Not that I'm saying it's a bad idea to work the independents, because I work the independents myself. But he probably wouldn't even have a job in the WWE because WWE would not know what to do with him.
Yeah.
But it's my personal opinion that, for his YouTube channel and for the fact that he has earned his fan base and he's starting to earn and I believe solidify his spot in the WWE, I believe it's time for Ryder to not only have a major title push like for the U.S. title, but actually... Whoa! Anybody here else hearing that music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris.
All right, somebody needs to boot him.
All right, no, well, I muted him. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. But anyway, I almost lost track what I was going. But, like I was saying, I believe with the fan base he has earned, and the fact that he is earning and not only earned his spot, but I believe he has solidified his spot as an entertainer and a sports entertainer and a wrestler in the WWE. I believe it's time for him to, again, not only have a push for a major title like the United States title, but for him to actually have a run with the United States title. Now, it was a while back I said on a YouTube video, how fun would it be to have the Internet title, the Internet Championship that Zack Ryder holds so dear, actually be brought into the WWE and actually have it as a working title. I wouldn't be disappointed in that. I mean,
to be honest, I think what you could do, NXT is somehow still going, and I don't know when it's finishing, but certainly with Superstars in America is only available by watching on WWE.com. Perhaps have Zack Ryder lose the title, possibly, but then have the title going around as an active title on Superstars.
Because basically right now, people can only see Superstars on the Internet. Like on YouTube.
But for the
I don't even watch
the rest of the
Superstars.
world, it's on TV, but I think they'd understand if for the major North America, it actually went on Superstars and did the rounds there, because I don't, the Internet Championship could easily be a replacement for the Cruiserweights.
Exactly.
Just a title for probably not, because we got the world titles on the first tier, the US and the Intercontinental the second tier, and possibly it could be like a third tier developmental kind of title for if you're the Internet Champion. Possibly.
Exactly, and I do believe you might. Is Cody Hawkins? Is that you on the line?
Yeah, that's me, Bill.
Cool. Well, welcome to the show this week, man. How you doing?
Feeling pretty good, my brother. Can't complain.
Well, right now we're discussing what I'd like to call the evolution of Zack Ryder, Long Island IZ. And one of the major points we were talking about is,
Looks like he's got a max capacity sold out again.
A match capacity?
Max capacity for WrestleMania.
Max. Oh, I apologize. But anyway, like I was saying, Cody, a lot of people have to agree, if it wasn't for him, earning his fan base on YouTube with Long Island IZ, his YouTube show, that Zack Ryder would probably not be in the WWE today.
Well, it can go either way, honestly. If you think about it, Zack Ryder, how he started off in the WWE, on the WWE roster as one half of the Edgeheads.
Yes.
And then Kurt Hawkins, and they had a pretty good little tag team career going there. The next thing you know, he just splits off, and Kurt Hawkins does his thing, and he's doing his own thing. And I mean, yeah, he had the opportunity, but to do his YouTube thing, which, I mean, that's a good way to get yourself out there and known. I mean, hell, if not for you, Bill, running or doing all the GCW shows with us, I would have never got discovered here in Louisiana. I would have never got this kind of fan hype. I would have never, came up to the way I've been, up to where I am now. I mean, it's been 2.5 years, and it's been crazy. Now, just imagine how it is on Zack Ryder's behalf, because, yeah, he was one.
Cody, pardon me for 1 second. Cody, pardon me for 1 second. I have a quick question. I don't know if anybody else can technically answer this, but it throws out to the chat room. Can guests chat in the chat room? Does anybody know if that's possible?
I don't believe so, no.
I think you can, yeah.
Really?
I think you can, yeah. You just, I think it's it's the Blog TV chat room.
Blog Talk.
Yeah, Blog Talk. I believe so. I think you got to put your name in there. Like, you got to give yourself a little nickname, and then boom, you just start typing in. Unless you can sign in on Blog Talk, you have yourself an account, and you just go into the chat room if you have an account.
Because I notice all the time we get guests that come in here into the chat room, and pretty much don't say anything, and then they leave. You know, I really want everybody who comes into the shows here on WGS Radio to have an interactive experience with this. Whether,
please
you know,
do,
just
guys. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Billy.
What?
I think actually you have to log in order to use it. Yeah, because used to normally I'm having to log in order to chat. So I think you do have to have a username.
No, last night when I did the star, I did star. And he said, "Is that you?" And I said, "No, it's the Boogeyman."
Oh yeah. Well, that was on Blog TV.
No, that's Blog TV.
That's Blog
TV
TV.
and Blog Talk are two separate entities. I think you have to. I think you have to sign in and register, but considering it only takes a few minutes.
Also, you can use Facebook. You can use your Facebook. That's what I use.
You know, so to the guests out there, you know, we want to have a very interactive experience with you, not only with our callers who come on Skype and our regulars, but with you guys in the chat room. So if you have that time, you know, it's a free account. You know, just sign in and then come back in here, and we can have a very interactive experience with you. We want to reach out to you, and we want to hear from you what you have to say, and if you have any questions. Now, back to Zack Ryder. Yes.
I actually have something I want to say on that real fast.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, because I was going to go to you next on thoughts on possibly, you know, having the internet title as an existing title for the WWE. That's what I wanted to go with.
Oh, okay. Well, here is what I think about it. If you put the Internet Championship on Superstars, if you stop and think about it, Zack Ryder has more YouTube views than Superstars has on WWE.com. So if you put it on Superstars, nobody's going to see it. So that's why I think it should remain on YouTube with Zack Ryder. And if they decide to go with it, put it on either Raw or SmackDown, one of the two. But don't put it on Superstars. That would just be a boneheaded move.
Also, think about it. Superstars isn't going to be on WWE.com in 6 months' time.
Really?
Oh, really?
It's going to be part of the It's going to be part of the WWE network.
Oh yeah.
They'll stick it on there. It'll be the equivalent of a TV title, but I wouldn't call it a TV title because then people will just say you're ripping off TNA, which is arguably unfair because TNA is ripping off WCW. But I think you could easily have it there.
For 10 years.
Now, Cody, any other opinions or thoughts you'd like to be made known about, you know, the current evolution of Zack Ryder and the way they're pushing him for a major U.S. title? Because I believe it is time for him to have a major push, not only for a major title like the United States title, but also have a run with that title. Cody? All right, now your thoughts on that, please.
Okay, I really, truly agree with that because, I mean, Zack Ryder's been coming in as cameos and backstage clips and promos, and now he's starting to get really built up. I'm liking what the WWE is doing here with Zack Ryder, and I really got high hopes that they should, you know, give him a shot and let him run with the United States title because, you know, people are really starting to like this guy. You know, he was at first very arrogant and very full of himself, but he throws in that form of a comedy relief, so to speak, that the crowd likes, as well as being a astounding athlete, you know, and they're really starting to work him into the shows a whole lot more whenever it comes to matches by booking him with big faces, you know, with big stars. You know, like he tagged up with John Cena. He's tagged up with Jerry the King Lawler. You know, and that's a great thing to do. You know, get in there with some of the biggest names to where not only is the bigger face getting over, but the smaller face, as in Zack Ryder at the time, is starting to build up his hype. He's getting over a whole lot more, and it looks like he's got a really good future whenever it comes to a major title here in the WWE.
Rick, what are your thoughts on, I guess we can only call it now, the evolution of Zack Ryder?
I'm not really a huge fan of Ryder, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess he's come a long way, so the fact that he's, I guess, evolved is good for him. But either way, not a huge fan.
To listen to the entire show, click on the link in the description box.
This is Team Gooch, and we're in WGS, the best running wrestling and gaming radio show ever, only on Blog Talk Radio. And if you don't like anything we say or do, 1, we respect your opinion. 2, fuck you.
Yeah, you're listening to Flip the Wolfman Jackson on WGS Radio and Block Talk Radio. Ow!